Let's talk a little bit about retention, right? Because it is the pipeline problem that many organizations overlook. Often when we hear about, oh, we have a challenge with our pipeline, most leaders, when they say that, they're talking about attracting and recruiting talent, right? But at Career Thrivers, what we often observe is the biggest pipeline problems are the leaky pipe and the clogged pipe, right? The leaky pipe meaning they're leaving, the clogged pipe meaning your diverse talent is all at the entry-level positions, right? So replacing an employee, it's expensive. It can cost anywhere from 50% to 250% of that person's annual salary, depending on the level of leadership that they are in the organization. And here's the thing, right? It's not just about the financial cost, but it's also about lost potential, right? Particularly for women and professionals of color, right? There are unique challenges there that make retention even more critical. So if we take a look at some of the more multi-layer costs of turnover, right, we can see that attrition has implications across organizations of all sizes, right? So whether you're listening in and you're a part of a startup, or whether you are an executive leader at a mid-sized organization or a Fortune 50 company, right? The ramifications aren't just financial, but they also include an impact on morale. Turnover impacts productivity. It impacts your organizational knowledge, right? So when we're looking at the financial impact of turnover, and we'll take that one first because I know that's what, again, we often think of, and those percentages, I shared a wide range there, but let's just talk about an average, right? So on average, it costs a company 33% of an employee's annual salary to replace them if they leave, voluntary or involuntary, right? So every time, you can do the math, right? Every time someone leaves the organization, it's 33% of their salary to replace them. Now, this figure accounts for many things, right? So you may be thinking like, okay, well, maybe you're listening in and you're thinking, well, Brittany, I'm not in the HR space, or, I don't work in talent development. I'm not as familiar. So the figure accounts for the recruiting process. It accounts for training and onboarding. It accounts for the loss of productivity during the period that you are actually looking to fill the role, right? And there are even other hidden expenses within that. So for higher level of executives, this number can soar to, again, up to 250% of that leader's annual salary. So you might be thinking, well, percentages, I can kind of see it, maybe not. Let's talk dollars then. Let's talk dollars and cents, okay? So for an employee that has a median salary, let's just say an employee in Nashville, Tennessee has a $45,000 a year salary, right? And if they leave the organization, this translates to a potential turnover cost of $15,000. So again, you do the math. Every time someone leaves, it's like dollars going out the window, 15,000 of them per employee.